I want you to promise me one thing.
What?
That you'll come and talk to me again after you've done your in-service training. I think you might feel a little differently after you've had to deal with some of these people.
That's another thing I had to tell you, Mum. I'm doing my in-service training at Wentworth.
You try using Merle like that again and you're on your own.
What do you mean?
I mean, I've got enough of the girls on side now to get along without you if I have to.
Yeah, and if I didn't have a partner, I wouldn't have to be so careful keeping quiet about certain secrets.
Miss Ferguson's going to be very upset when she hears that.
You wouldn't tell her. If she thought I'd lag on her, she'd kill me.
I think she probably would.
Marty, what's the matter?
Excuse me. I'll be back in a minute.
We can't afford to let this scam go wrong, kids. I'm counting on all of you.
We won't let you down, Ree.
Oh, no way. We're going to make sure the freak starts her day with a real big
I mean, the freak was very tough when she was up in Queensland too, but she seems a lot meaner down here. Must be awful not having anyone to talk to, though, mustn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That must be what's wrong with her. I mean, she seemed so different when she had a girlfriend. Sort of, oh, I don't know. She wasn't like she is here. I felt awfully sorry for her when Audrey was killed.
Yeah, tough. Let's get some sleep, eh?
You know, the girls used to say that they were, on together. I don't know how they knew that.
Listen, can we get some sleep?
Yeah. In a minute. Lex, I was thinking about this bomb thing tomorrow. Now, if no one gets hurt, I suppose it is fair enough. Because she really has been awful to some of the girls, hasn't she? I mean, fancy doing that to poor little Julie. She really did look beautiful, didn't she?
Yeah. Not bad.
I mean, so did Steve. But Julie looked like a little princess. Prince Charming and Princess Chook. Doesn't sound very good, though, does it?
Oh, why didn't you tell me to shut up? I had no idea that you were like this.
Like what?
Crying?
I'm not bloody crying. Oh, I don't know, maybe I am. But don't you say it's because Chook left, because it's not.
But why not? I mean, she's your friend, isn't she?
It's because I'm pregnant. Pregnant women are supposed to cry. She was my friend. She was the best man I'm ever gonna have.
Of course she was. And you're going to see plenty more of her in the outside,
No!
so...
She's married to a doctor now. She's in a different class, and I'm certainly not going to bugger it up for her.
I don't think she'll be very happy.
Yeah, well, she's not
either.
going to know, is she? I've had to tell her what to do ever since the first day she got here, you know?
Poor old Lex. You lose Chookie and end up with me.
I don't know. You'll do, eh? Just lay off the fairy stories, okay?
Oh, come on, why?
Because the last princess just left. That's why.
One of those days is at Connors, starting early, are we?
Oh, well, you know, if you can't have a giggle first thing in the morning, you might as well pack it up. What do you reckon?
Well, perhaps you'd like to have your giggle now instead of an exercise period later. Well, get on with your showers and be quiet about it, and you clean up that mess before you go, understand? Good. Well, Patterson, we didn't think you were going to make it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't. But I thought, what the heck? Oh, you know what these expectant mothers are like. Take hours to get out of bed.
Clean up the mess.
What was all that about?
Miss Ferguson pretended she was going to cancel the exercise period.
Oh, you're joking.
No, but she was. There's no way she'd stop that. To see the look on her face, she almost laughed.
Hey, yeah, you should have heard this one. Yes, Miss Ferguson. No, Miss
Well, you haven't told her nothing, have you?
Well, what do you reckon? Ah, the old Merle's just having a good time, aren't you, Merle?
Well, I'm not. Look, what the hell's going on?
Don't worry about it.
Like hell, if something's on, I want to know about
Look, I already told you, you want to belong to the Warriors, you've got to play it their way. If not...
Bloody Warriors, you can stick it.
I belong to the Captain Marvellous Club, right? Real good, you want to join that, because you get a plastic ring and everything.
I wouldn't worry about it, Merle. Some people just wouldn't know.
An additional visit request is at 10:22, pink form duplicate.
Correct. Charge sheet?
409, white triplicate, copies to Governor, File and Department.
Buy-up form?
23A, I think. No?
No. 23A is an application for promotion.
Trust me to remember that. Come on, Mum, what's wrong? Don't think I can do the job?
Of course you can. That's the least of my worries.
Well, then why the face?
The restaurant last night.
You know my two best mates in the Navy were Frank and Ron. They were terrific. There was this fire on B deck, and they didn't get out.
Oh, my God.
I tried to save them. They were only 20 feet away, and I couldn't do a bloody thing about it. All I could do was stand there and listen to them screaming.
I understand. What are we going to do about it? You've had a bad experience, and it's left you with a phobia.
Oh, come on. I can't
Marty,
call it.
You're frightened of fire. If those women get hold of it, they'll make your life a misery.
I've already thought of that. Honestly, Mum, I'll be all right.
Well, I'll help you all
No.
I can, but...
I don't want to sound ungrateful, but please, no help. I'll make a few mistakes, but let me find out for myself. What do you say?
OK, Mr. Independent, you do it your own way. Now, come on, or I'll be late.
No, you go on. I'm meeting the other trainees at the gate.
Good God, you're worse than your father. Here. Good luck.
Thanks, Mum.
Morning, Officer Jackson.
G'day, Rod. Where's Dell?
Good question. She went back to the gatehouse about 10 minutes ago. It's a wonder you didn't pass her.
Too busy reading the manual.
You're on charge, Jackson. Should have put that down weeks ago.
Yeah. Look, Rod, it might be a good idea to cut down a bit on the enthusiasm. We don't want to look too green, do we?
No worries, old son. I've been charming the seniors as they turn up for work. We're home and hosed.
What would we do without you?
Well, a nice sort of mate you'd be.
Hi, Dell, what's wrong?
Charging past in your taxi like that. Could have given a girl a lift.
Sorry, I didn't see you.
You leave your ID at the gate?
Nah. Had it in my pocket all the time. I'm not kidding, I'm so nervous this morning. I don't know what I'm doing.
Who isn't? Well, don't suppose we can put it off any longer.
G'day, Marty. Come to help your mother, eh?
Something like that.
Good luck, mate.
Thanks, Bob.
What was that all about?
Your mother's not an inmate.
No, she's a... Come on, I'll tell you on the way.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
What's it look like I'm helping you?
She's supposed to be keeping knit, you silly old bugger.
Like hell. I want some of the action.
There ain't gonna be no action if we get sprung now, so you do what you're told.
You watch that mouth, Glover, or I'll flatten you.
Do you want me to tell Rita you wouldn't cooperate?
You smart aleck kids. I can leave the lot of yous for dead. Yeah, yourself. They all talk about me up to Nilliquin 1940. Oh, I chained 2 cops' bikes to the lamppost, and then I roared through the town on me Harley doing a ton. Ha! They chased me half a mile before they woke up that their bikes wasn't under them. Oh, hello, Mrs. Morris. Could you spare me a minute, please?
What's the problem?
How old would you think I am, Mrs. Morris? Go on, have a guess.
Well, I don't have to. I've read your file and I know how old you are.
Oh, but I don't look it, do I? No.
No, I don't suppose you do.
Well, will you stop them young'uns, Mrs. Morris, from treating me like a silly old geriatric and I...
Oh, come on, Granny, you helping me or not?
Oh, hear that, Mrs. Morris? I'm sick of it.
would you mind opening the gates to the kitchen? We've got another pickup to do.
All right. Don't you worry, Ida. Their turn will come. As you know, we're getting 3 trainees today.
Yes, I'd heard. Looking forward to helping them.
Yes, well, as long as that's all you do. I don't want them drawn into prison politics or shown any shortcuts to maintaining discipline. They're at a very impressionable stage of their training, and if anyone gives them bad
You
advice...
needn't worry, Governor. If I see anyone doing that, I'll put a stop to it quick smart.
Yes, well, show them in, would you? Mrs. Morris.
Right, come on. Mrs. Reynolds, these are our trainees. Delia Stout, Rodney Adams,
Been
and
looking
of
forward
course
to meeting you for a long time, Mrs. Reynolds.
Really?
Yes, heard a lot about your methods at the training school. In fact, I asked if I could be sent here so that I could train under you.
Well, I hope I don't disappoint you. Now, Marty,
Mrs. Reynolds?
this is my deputy, Miss Ferguson. I think you've met Mrs. Morris's son, haven't you, Miss Ferguson?
Yes, we bumped into each other last time I was on leave.
Will that be all, Governor?
Yes, I think so. Well, let me start by saying welcome. Now, as you know, Wentworth's a high-security prison, but many of the inmates are here simply because there isn't room for them anywhere else. So you'll be
You
dealing
mean that
with...
some of the women are potentially Blackmore material?
Yes, but many of them should be in low-security centres.
Like Barnhurst?
Yes, like Barnhurst. So you'll be dealing with a wide cross-section of the criminal community. Do you have any questions?
Well, how are they likely to treat us? As trainees, I mean.
Mrs. Morris?
Well, they'll test you out, all right. First couple of days, they'll be looking for any weaknesses you might have.
In fact, you could have trouble with your name, Delia.
Oh, don't worry, I'm used to it. Stout by name, stout by nature.
Good. Well, if you can laugh about it, you should be all right. In fact, after reading your training reports, I think you'll all do very well. No, I don't think so. She's already had 2 visits this week. Well, they can do that through a solicitor. Sorry.
Balzano?
Trying for another visit. Now, where was I?
You called the department to ask.
Oh, yes. As I told you, I asked them to send you to another prison for your training period. Not because I don't want you here, quite the opposite, but because I am worried about the mother-son working relationship.
I know what you mean, Mrs. Reynolds, but it's definite now, is it?
Don't worry, they knocked me back. In fact, they usually do, don't they, Meg?
Well, what are we going to do about the women? I mean, there could be trouble when they find out about the family connection.
Yes, one of my main worries. I think, how would you deal with it, Marty?
Well, if we don't try to cover it up and just tell them, it might catch them off guard. Or is that being naive?
I hope not, because that's exactly what I was going to do. I think we might have officer material here, Meg.
Oh, don't ask me. I'm still getting over the shock.
All right, let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Oh, take it easy with the muscle, Roach.
Well, at least I'm doing some work.
Well, at least I'm doing some work. What's the matter with you, Grizzle Guts?
Me? You stupid buggers have been giggling like a bunch of virgins all morning.
Oh, come on, I wouldn't know how.
Come on, Roach, we're just having a bit of fun. Oh, yeah, but what about? What's the big secret?
It's a warrior secret. And like I said, if you want to play their game...
Fixed and it wasn't bloody.
Hey, wait a minute, what's the hurry?
Ida, fair dinkum, I'm going to use her head for a footy if she don't start behaving herself.
Where is she?
Hiding stuff she nipped from the kitchen. No joke, she has got enough to get us through the next World War.
Good old Auntie Eyes. Well, don't let her get caught. You told her where to put it?
Well, you can stick your warriors.
Oh, come on.
No way. Wong said you was going soft, and I reckon he's right. In fact, I don't reckon the conquerors would want to know you.
Sorry to interrupt, ladies.
Hey. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, look at this. Wow.
Is that for Mrs. Morris or me?
Oh, well, I don't mean to be rude, Mrs. Reynolds, but you and Mrs. Morris can leave if you like.
Don't be awful, Alice. You're scared the nice gentleman away.
Our new trainee staff members, ladies. Miss Stout,
I've heard all the jokes before, ladies, so don't bother.
Mr. Adams, and Mr. Jackson, who also happens to be Mrs. Morris' son.
Oh,
Don't suppose you've ever thought of me as a daughter-in-law before, Mrs. Morris?
Sorry, Rita. No, not today.
Oh, God, not another wedding. I couldn't stand it.
Come on, ladies, move along. The fun time's over. This is exercise period, not... Come on, move along. It's best to keep them laughing, don't you think, Miss Ferguson?
Oh, yes, definitely. A smile never hurt anyone.
At the school, Mr. Murphy said that officer-prisoner relations are always best when you keep them happy.
Very wise man. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work that way. You may have noticed their reluctance to do as they're told.
Oh, well, yes.
There is a little trick that I've learned over the years. Perhaps I could show it to you.
Yes, please.
Move it!
Keeping him all to yourself, eh, Miss Ferguson? Huh, I think I might go outside now. Come and read.
Well, maybe you wouldn't like the idea of a ready-made family anyway, Red.
You never thought of that.
Good God, what's that? Makeup or bruising?
Oh, give it a go.
I think she looks very nice, don't you, Mr. Adams?
Outside. And Jenkins, stand by the vegetable patch. You'll keep the birds away. Not exactly textbook method, Mr. Adams, but it works.
What'd she say it for? She ought to talk. She's got a face like a bashed dunny can.
Come on, you can't brood over that all day. We've got things to do.
Come on, you two, come and join in the game. Now listen, when Lexi gets back with the package, Lurch and me'll stack on the blue, okay? Nothing heavy, just push each other around a bit. Okay, Lurch? Lurch?
Wake up, Australia.
Oh, what? Hey, all right, well, look, come. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, well, don't take the book.
Is she going to be any use to us or not?
I don't think so. I think she's in love.
Who with?
Never mind.
Isn't it romantic?
I mean, first there's Merv and Mrs. P, and then there's Steve and Jules, and then there's Heidi.
Let's go get it. Don't worry, I'll fix it.
All right.
Like a bunch of kids with their secrets.
Oh, come on now, don't you wish you knew what they was up to? But you will mess around with that Jan and Kath.
I'm not. I told Rita that. But I'm not going to be told what to do by her either. I'm doing my own time in my own space.
Your own space, eh? Fancy that. Well, it's up to you, lovey. But your own space can get pretty bloody lonely. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Ta-ta.
Look at the freak, will you? Jeez, I wish I had a camera. She's smiling.
I always reckon a job like this would be no good for a married bloke. What do you reckon, Mr. Jackson?
Seems a little unfair. Why not?
Oh, geez, all the rotten hours you have to work. Hey, you're not married, are you?
The girls over there want the medicine ball, Jenkins. Why don't you take it over to them?
That bunch of wimps, they would know what to do with it.
Why don't you show them? Toughen them up a bit.
Oh, all they do is pass it around. Well, I reckon it ought to be played like... Can I show you?
Okay.
Oh, good throw. Try a little more wrist action.
I'm sorry, are you okay? Hell, I think I overdid that.
She'll be all right.
Oh, sorry.
Ah.
What are you talking about, you stupid little bugger? It was way under the knee. What? There isn't any neck. So what? You know how high it's supposed to be. Of course I know how high it's supposed to be. If you're going to cheat like that. Oh, God. Cheat! Jensen, I've had it over here with you.
And when Connor said that about me being her mother-in-law, I honestly thought our Mr. Adams was going to have a fit.
Yes, he's a bit heavy-going, isn't he? Still, think everything else went all right, don't you?
Yes, it did. I think Williams made some smart remark, but the women took it exactly as
Governor,
planned.
I've just been told there's a bomb planted in the grounds.
Who told you?
An informant. Apparently the women are going to use it to escape.
Who's out there with them?
Jackson, Radcliffe, Stout and Davis. I've called the bomb squad.
Because of a rumour. That's a bit premature, isn't it?
I don't think so. Going to do something about it or not?
Come on.
Come on, shake hands and make up and we won't say any more about it.
What about 3 cheers to Mr. Jackson, eh? Anyone else would send us to the pound. Come on. What was that behind the shed?
Nothing. And you keep your mouth shut.
One of your big deal secrets again, is it?
You'll find out. Hey, Reed!
Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, you haven't seen the shuttlecock net, have you?
Everybody inside.
Come along, quickly, Miss Stout. Help Mr. Jackson get the women inside.
You other officers wait here with the governor.
We've still got 15 minutes yet.
You get more than that, Connors. Much more. Now get inside.
Oh, I did enjoy that.
Anyone would think there was a bomb or
Push your luck.
Straight through the gate. Come on, keep moving.
What happened out there?
Just a bit of a scuffle. Why? What's going on?
Ferguson thinks there's a bomb out there. A scuffle. You don't think there could have been a diversion?
I don't know. I don't think so. A bomb?
That's all right. Don't get too excited. I've been watching the women, especially Connors and company. They're up to something, but I don't think it's a bomb. Now, will you be able to handle them?
Yeah, we'll be right. You getting a funny feeling about that fight?
It was a bit tame, wasn't it?
Oh, terrific.
I'm sorry, I didn't want maternity. You wouldn't know the staff room extension, would you? This is the switch.
Anything? Not yet. How did the women behave? Strangely, they're certainly up to something.
Bomb squad's here, Mrs. Reynolds.
Thanks, Bob. Send them over. I suppose we can apologise and offer them a cup of tea.
Dwyer is going to love this.
Governor, I found it.
Oh, it's not fair. Oh, my idea, and I wasn't there to see it. Now, tell me about Miss Ferguson. What happened when she saw Lexi?
Don't ask me. I was too busy pushing Laurie around.
I thought you meant it for a minute.
So did I. Hey, I tell you what, she's not as girly as she looks. Hey, and what about the frig when she's shoving us back inside?
Yeah,
and I say, wait a minute, we've still got 15 minutes left yet.
You'll get more, Connors. Much more. They're here. The bomb people are here.
Oh, how do you know?
Dot saw them arriving through a window.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Still think I shouldn't have called the bomb squad, Mrs. Morris?
No, Joan. As usual, you were right again.
Perhaps now we can have some transfers to Blackmore instead
More
of...
to the point, perhaps you'd like to tell us who your informant is, so that...
I don't intend.
So that we can protect her.
Governor!
Is it safe?
I'll let you be the judge of that. Bring it out, Brian.
Lucky you didn't call the press as well.
I don't care how big a fool you make of yourself, Miss Ferguson, but in future do it in your own time and leave Wentworth out of it.
Well, what about the women? You going to do anything about them or not?
For protecting their rights?
They're prisoners.
That doesn't give you the right to read their personal diaries. What do you think your friend Mr. Dwyer's going to say when he reads this?
Does he have to?
Of course he does. The women wrote it for him, not me. It was found in the box addressed to the minister, and the bomb disposal men found it. What do you want me to do, pretend it doesn't exist? You're a fool, Miss Ferguson. You made an enemy of the women, and then underestimated your enemy.
Yes. I'm sorry. If there's nothing else, I'll get back to work.
No, you will not. I want you to go home.
Go home? Why?
Because I know you, and I don't want you anywhere near those women today. Don't argue with me, just do as you're told. Now. Bring Collins and McCormack to my office, please.
Yes, but was Jenkins in on it too? I thought she was just trying to chat me up.
Me too. Oh, hell, why today? Why didn't they do it yesterday?
Because they didn't have 2 rookie officers to make it easy for them yesterday. I wish I'd been there.
So do I. Wouldn't have made any difference, but at least you wouldn't have that stupid grin on your face.
Ladies and gentlemen, what did they teach us about diversionary tactics in our first week at the school?
We had to treat that as a potential riot. There were 15 women out there.
Only 2 were fighting.
The others were mobbing around. It could have blown up in a split second.
Oh, please yourself. Mind you, the old Marty's got nothing to worry about. Might be a bit different for you, though.
What's that supposed to mean?
Her mum's not a senior officer, is she?
No, but mine is, so what are you trying to say?
Hey, cool down. I mean, hell, I think it's great. I only wish I was in your shoes.
Don't be stupid, Rod.
Look, mate, I'm getting a bit tired of this. My mother is a professional officer, and she'll treat me just like any other staff member in this place.
Oh, come on.
Rod!
Okay, okay. Far be it from me. I'll leave you two kiddies to work out your little problem.
Bloody idiot.
Come on, mate, forget about it. For what it's worth, I still think you handled that fight like a real pro. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. 3 cheers for Mrs. Morris's little boy.
And although we've been removed from society for our crimes, we feel we must protest the violation of our unalienable rights as human beings. An extremely well-worded letter, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, well, I was going to be a writer when I was a kid, but some bugger kept pinching my pencils.
You wrote this.
Yeah, of course.
No, Mrs. Reynolds, I did.
Hey,
No, it's my letter and they're my words. And it was my diary Miss Ferguson was reading, so I make no apologies.
All right, McCormack, I understand how you feel. What Miss Ferguson did was inexcusable. But why go to these lengths?
You mean, why didn't we come to you?
That's exactly what I mean. This action has cost the department time and money, whereas if you'd come to
Look,
me...
Mrs. Reynolds, I know that what's happened's caused you a great deal of embarrassment, and believe me, I am sorry about that, but it was the only thing we could... I could do. I mean, if I had come to you and Miss Ferguson had denied the charge, what would have happened?
Nothing. It would have been our word against hers.
Exactly. This was the only way of proving that what we said was true.
And the bomb? Whose idea was that?
Now, that was mine.
Oh, Rita.
No way! You weren't even outside.
I put it there when I was on kitchen duty. The whole idea was mine, Mrs. Reynolds.
I see. You realize I'm going to have to punish you for this?
Why? You said
yes,
that if...
Yes, of course.
Loss of visiting rights for 2 weeks. Mrs. Morris?
I reckon I was doing real good until that fat bitch butted in.
Oh, Alice, she isn't.
Oh, like hell. She chucked that medicine ball at me when my back was turned and everything.
Oh, it must have been an accident.
Be buggered! She got me right in the guts.
I thought you said she threw it when your back was turned.
Yeah, and did you see the way she was making eyes at him? I'm telling you, it was pathetic. What hope does she reckon she's got? He couldn't even get his arms around her.
Wake up to yourself, Lurch. She's got about as much chance as you have. Bugger all.
I'll get nicked. Anyway, what are you talking about? Chooky married a doctor.
Yeah, and he was damn lucky to get her. Listen, have you two forgotten about Nance and Rita? They're up in the pound copping it for us.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it.
Oh, good one, Lurch. I'll remember to give you a yell if ever I'm in trouble.
Hey, did you see the look on his face? Do you reckon he's interested in me?
Oh, come on, Mrs. Morris. Did she blow a stack or cry or what?
I hardly think Miss Ferguson's the crying type.
So she blew a stack, right?
Oh, never mind what she did. Now, let's just drop the subject. You've done enough damage for one day.
Damage? What have I done?
Oh, yes, that's right. It was all McCormick's work, wasn't it?
Oh, look, now, come on. We're sorry.
Through you go.
We're sorry for hassling the governor, but you heard the facts. There was nothing else we could do.
Just get back to work, will you? You've got a lot of catching up to do.
You'd be a dark horse, wouldn't you? I mean, thanks and everything, but why cop it all yourself?
Well, it seemed a bit silly, 2 of us getting into trouble, and it was all my idea.
I tell you what, if there was a Warrior of the Month award, you'd be it. Hey, what about Reno and the 2 weeks visiting rights? I mean, it's nothing. It's just like her saying that we... What was the face?
Oh, I'm just being a bit silly, that's all.
Oh, no, come on, you're not the silly type. How about letting the old Reed help you for a change?
Well, it's Peter. He was bringing his new girlfriend in to meet me.
Oh, hell, that's a bummer. But 2 weeks will go quick enough. He doesn't go through him that quick, does he?
No. He's very serious about her, that's the point, and it must have been very hard for him to invite her in here, and now he'll be told... Well, she'll think I'm some sort of monster.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Reno couldn't have done anything worse if she tried. Bloody freak wins again.
Damn it, woman, can't you do anything right? No one in that place I can rely on. I take it you've read this?
Yes, sir.
You can imagine what would happen if the press got hold of it? They would have a field day. Well, I won't have that. I will not be put to blame for your stupidity.
Excuse me, sir, but you knew I was using
I
that
thought
diary.
you were using it to monitor the women's moods, nothing more. The hell are you trying to do to me? There's the wedding fiasco and now this.
This was different. I had every reason to suppose that
I suppose you've mentioned this to Reynolds, huh?
Of course not.
No, at least you've done something right.
I don't think you're being fair, sir.
Don't you take that tone with me, Ferguson. I instigated your promotion in good faith, and what have you given me in return? Nothing. Well, that is going to change. You are going back to that prison, and you're going to prove to me that I was right in making you deputy governor. If not, Morris gets her job back. Now, get out!
Ah, you're home nice and early. How'd everything go? Yeah, well, that's better. Now, how'd the escape business go? They made you governor yet?
No, not quite. I'd like to make a phone call if you don't mind.
Sure. Oh, before I forget, I picked up a driver's permit book for you, and I think you better get started tonight. There are more questions.
All right, I'll start tonight. Now, can I make this damn call?
All right.
Sorry, Andrew, I've had a bad day.
Fair enough. But don't bring it home. If you want to talk about it, fine. I'm just the boy. But no yelling. Not at me.
Why? Because this is your home and I'm just a guest in it? Maybe I should move out and then we'd both be happy.
No. I wouldn't be.
Harry Parker, please. Joan Ferguson.
Poor old Nance. This place must be really rotten for her.
Hey, ease up. You're talking about the place I call home. I'm in free meals. Someone do your washing for you.
You know what I mean.
No way. Why should it be worse for her than the rest of us?
Well, because she's got, well, I don't know, class, I suppose. I don't mean she's stuck up or anything, though. She's, well, you know, nice.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, so do I. I was only joking.
The son sounds wonderful too, poor boy.
Poor bugger, you must have done a real hard sell to get his girlfriend in here, and now this happens. He must reckon Nance is some sort of a rat bag or something.
All right, you lot down Spanish and shut up.
Oh, God, what is it now?
It wasn't me this time. Turn your ignitions off and listen, will you? Right, now, one of the warriors has done the right thing by us, so we're going to do the right thing by her.
Like what?
Well, there's nothing we can do about the visiting rights, but I thought we might be able to brighten her up a bit. What are you saying?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to make a film, The Great McCormack Caper, about how we fixed up the freak.
Hey, yeah.
And since Nance is so hot with the camera of hers...
I can reenact what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, top.
Oh, come off it. Well, how are we going to get the freak to do it all over again just so we can film that?
Get someone to act the part, stupid.
Oh, yeah. Who?
Well, we can all have a go at it in the rec room tonight. What do you say?
That's amazing.
Get in, Miss Ferguson. I'm sorry about this. I missed lunch. It's just been one of those days. Would you mind? I'm glad you called. Gave me a chance to get out of the office. Can I pour you a cup of coffee?
No, thank you.
It's no trouble. There's another cup.
No, I don't want one.
Oh, yes, I forgot. It's sugared. Well, not sugared. I use those tablets.
Look, I don't want one. Can we talk?
Let me see. Connors is giving you a hard time and you want me to do something about it. Is that correct?
It's more than just a hard time. You know what they did to my house. And then she tried to kill me. Of course, if I try to retaliate, her bikie friends will... Well, that's where I'm asking for your help. I'd appreciate it if you'd get them off my back.
Who are they?
The Conquerors.
Yes, they're all customers of ours, aren't they, Morgan?
Not anymore, Mr. Parker.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
I don't know when I'll be able to pay you, but
I'm talking about payment. You helped me get merchandise into Wentworth, and I appreciated that.
That's all there is to it?
I work in a funny business, Miss Ferguson. It pays to keep ex-employees happy. They don't talk.
Thank you.
You're really doing this for nothing.
All right, Joni. Don't come the raw prawn with me.
She don't talk like that.
I'm the bloody
About
governor. I'll
Roach,
talk
you going to give it a go?
Yeah.
You got to be joking. I'm not making no idiot of myself out of this lot.
Why not? Everybody else is.
Diaries.
No, I have
But they're all
not.
warriors, so they're halfway there already, aren't they?
Oi, Behave
I
yourself.
do not know what you are talking about, Mrs. Reynolds. I am a good screw. I would not do nothing like that.
Ferguson, you're as thin as a banana.
Look, see, don't talk like that. You've got to talk quiet and proper.
Nancy is unbelievable. Poor Dylan, she was so bad, and now look at her.
Don't want to worry about the old man. She's tougher than the lot of us put together.
Hey, Lurch, you're supposed to be playing the freak, not Alice in Wonderland.
It's not my fault. Lexi can't act.
Me? At least I'm not doing it like a bloody zombie. I do not know what you were talking about.
I wasn't doing it like that. Anyway, don't feel right dressed like this. Hey, Ree, hey, we're going to have cozies and everything?
Oh, use your head, Lurch. Where are we going to get uniforms from?
Oh, we could probably think something up.
Yeah.
But it'd be better having the real thing, wouldn't it?
Well, Top Dog, we're not going to do anything dreadful, are we? We're in enough trouble already.
Yeah, but it's good fun, isn't it? Aren't you going to have a go at trying out for the freak?
Get lost.
I don't blame you. No way you'd catch me carrying on like that.
You're forgetting something, aren't you? Nobody asked you to, so bugger off.
You're making a mistake, Waters. You need mates in this place.
Look, the day I need you for a mate, I'll pack it in, Williams.
I don't need no one.
Right, it looks like you get to play the governor, Nance. You'll have to give the camera to someone else for that bit.
Or perhaps Lexi could do it.
Yeah, no worries, I'm a natural.
Right! Now we get to see who plays the freak. Ross?
Yeah, Ross.
No. Gina?
No.
Lurch?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. What about Laurie? Well, I reckon you just scraped in.
Oh, g'day, Mr. Adams. You want to be in our film?
Never mind about that. There's too much noise coming from here. So what say we either hush up or lock up?
Hey, this is our rec period.
Shut up!
Now, you know Mr. Adams is right. I told you we were making too much noise, didn't I?
Eh?
Well, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's better. Now, I heard about what happened today, and you might as well know right now I've got my eye on you.
Oh, no worries, Mr. Adams. We wouldn't try anything with you around.
Oh?
Well, you're a nice bloke. And we sort of made you our pin-up in everything. And we really would like you in our film. What do you reckon, girls?
Eh?
I mean, wouldn't that uniform look terrific?
Yeah.
That's just what we've been looking for.
Yeah, just what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Yes, well, some other time, perhaps. Don't forget what I said. Keep the noise down.
Bye, Mr. Adams.
You're not serious, are you? I mean, you couldn't.
You want to bet?
Jeez, what'd you pull me back for? Aren't we doing it now?
Yeah, well, give it a minute. Lex wouldn't have time to set things up yet.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Jeez, you sure we're going to get away with it? And you sure he's not going to yell copper or something?
No way. We're too scared someone will find out what a creep he really is. Yeah.
Lost, are we, ladies?
Jeez, you scared the hell out of me.
Serves you right for sneaking around. Now, what are you up to?
Well, if we tell you, you promise you won't tell Mr. Adams?
It depends on what it is.
Well, you see, we reckon he's a real spunk and we're just, you know, having a poo.
Oh, yeah. Gordy's nice. Much nicer than Mr. Jackson, eh, Miss Stout?
Go on, back to the rec room.
All right. You won't tell him, though, will you?
We'll see. Go on, hurry up.
Wait, what was her name again?
Miss Stout.
I'm not surprised. But what was her name?
Miss Stout.
How's it going? Any problems?
No, only had 3 phone calls in the last hour.
Well, that's par for the course this time of the night. Well, nearly the end of the first day. How'd it go?
Don't ask. I'm surprised they didn't kick us out after that bomb episode. I feel so bloody stupid.
Marty, it happens all the time, so stop carrying on.
I'm not. I mean, hell, this will go in our assessment report.
No, it won't. Well, yes, it will, but not the way you think. I've spoken to Mrs.
You
Reynolds.
said you wouldn't do that.
What?
You promised me you'd let me make my own mistakes.
Now listen here, Mr. Bighead. It wasn't your mistake. There were 2 senior officers out there with you. It was their responsibility, not yours. Now, if you want to go ahead and play the martyr, by all means do it, but I'm afraid you're going to have to wait till you get your pips, OK?
Made your point.
Good. Now, what did I come for? Ah, yes, here it is.
Tough little thing when you get going, aren't you?
Pull your head in.
I should have known you had a bad day. It was insensitive of me. I'm sorry.
Come on, I feel bad enough as it is. Don't make it any worse. But you're right, though. I shouldn't bring my troubles home like that.
Have you eaten?
No. No, I was waiting for you. What would you like?
Well, actually, I went to your delicatessen and, sauerkraut and bratwurst sausages. And a bottle of red. What do you say?
Sauerkraut? Are you sure?
No, it sounds bloody awful. But I remember you saying you liked it, so, well, I thought I'd give it a go. What do I do with it?
Oh, give it to me. You open the wine.
Mr. Adams, quick! You gotta help us!
What's wrong?
It's Lexi. She's real sick. She's in her dorm. Mr. Adams, her dorm's this way.
Oh, bit shorter that way, is it? You better come with me.
Yeah, I think I'd better.
It's all right, Patterson, I'm here.
G'day, Mr. Adams. Nice of you to drop in.
Not now, Connors. What's wrong with Patterson?
I don't know. Anything wrong with you, Lex?
Nothing.
All right, there's something going on here. What is it?
Oh, told you he wouldn't fall for it. Yep, sharp as a tack, this one.
Better get up early in the morning to outsmart Mr. Adams, eh?
You know I could put the 3 of you on a charge, don't you?
Yep, but you won't.
Oh, why not?
Lexi?
Right, this has gone far enough. You get dressed and you 2 come outside.
Hey, that was good. That was really good, wasn't it, Lex?
Yeah, sounded like a real screw.
Frightened the hell out of me. 10 out of 10 for that one, Mr. Adams.
Got any more?
Okay. Okay, I'll bite. What's all this about?
Well, the thing is, we want something from you, and if we don't get it, Lurchie is going to go running down the corridor screaming that you're forcing poor little Lexi to do naughty things.
They won't believe you.
That's possible. You want to take a risk?
What do you want?
Your uniform.
You're not serious.
Yeah.
Get him off.
Yes, but that's ridiculous. If someone hands you information like that, you have to act on it.
Well, I should have known better. It's not the first time I've been set up, and it won't be the last.
Then why stay with the job? It can't be worth the hassle.
It is, you know. I don't think I could go on without it.
Why?
Well, I'm good at what I do, and I like it.
Well, there's not many people who can say that about their job.
Andrew, about me moving out.
I thought we settled that.
No, not really. Look, today proved something to me. I'm just not the sort of person who can switch off when I come home from a bad day at work. And that's not fair on you, because, well, I have lots of bad days.
All right, I know all the things you're going to say, but... Well, I've been on my own for a long time, and then suddenly you came along, and it was great. I had someone to talk to, someone to...
Andrew.
Look. So if you come home in a bad mood, okay, I'll do what I did tonight. But I can't promise I'll eat any more of that rotten food.
Andrew, please.
Don't move out, Joan. We make a good pair, don't we?
There, that didn't hurt, did it?
Don't think you're fooling me with this film story. You're going to escape, aren't you?
No. To prove it, you can keep these. Wouldn't get far without those, would we? You dressed, Lexi? Yep. You can have your stuff back in half an hour.
She's not staying.
Huh. Wouldn't trust myself with you dressed like that.
If any of your mates turn up, we can duck behind the door. They never look there.
What if they see me?
Then we'll be in the pound, and you'll get kicked out of the service. So you better stay behind the door, eh?
He used to
give me roses. I wish he could again, but that was on the outside, and things were different then.